Hello, Proculus.
I thought Marcus might have come down with you. Still haven't met him yet.
You'll meet him soon enough.
I meant to ask what Karis wanted.
Karis?
Yeah, he passed me as I was leaving your house yesterday.
He had a proposition for me.
You don't want to get involved with a man like that.
Yes, well, I'm afraid he's trying to blackmail me. I lost my cool with him.
Ah, so that's what's been troubling you. Don't worry, Karis has probably thought you'd be weak and vulnerable before your investiture. He clearly doesn't know you.
Yes, well, I must get used to having enemies as a magistrate.
Only because you insist on doing your job honestly.
Precisely.
So what did he actually want?
Livia.
Livia?
Yes. Seriously. That was his opening offer for Algeria.
Well, I don't get it. He was offering you your wife in exchange for your daughter.
Yes, look, he claims to have the legal document of ownership to Bulgaria. Says that she's an escaped slave.
Well, you've got to give the little song credit for imagination. He's probably just testing the water.
No, I don't think so. He seemed very sure of himself. If I thought that he was bluffing, I would not have let him leave my house in one piece. Oh.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help?
No, but thank you.
Well, let me know if I can help him tomorrow, okay?
Okay, look, if you see Paris, please don't say anything.
Very well. I'll see you later.
Goodbye. Boy, give you my back for me, please. Thank you.
Don't mention it! Gallus, I'm delighted to find you here.
Karis, what the hell are you doing?
Well, just relaxing in the bar.
You don't come here.
No, but since you're already in hot water, it seemed the appropriate place to come to find you. I did enjoy your chat with Proculus just now.
What have you got to say to me?
There is to be no small talk with you, Gallus. Very well, I'll come straight to the point. We didn't decide on a date for me to receive Livia at our last meeting.
So you're still determined to go through with this, eh?
I'm afraid so, yes. It would save a lot of time if you would recognize your situation, what it is. I own Portuaria, and I have the document to prove it.
And you still require Livia.
That is very politely put. Yes, I request and require Livia.
You're not going to get away with this. Do you propose to have to come and pick her up, or would you like her delivered to your door?
It would be quite nice if she was gift wrapped. And now, I suggest something a little more formal. You're being publicly invested tomorrow as magistrate. What better opportunity than to make a formal announcement and to present Livia to me before all of Austria? As magistrate, you are obliged to hear any fresh disputes, especially property disputes.
And the dispute of the ownership of Bulgaria might be raised.
Unless a favourable announcement is made prior to the petition stage of the proceedings, you wouldn't want the question of the ownership of your wife spoiling a momentous occasion, now would you?
But the announcement of my daughter's marriage would be good publicity.
Now you're starting to see things my way, Gallus.
Well, it would seem, Karis, that you have me at a disadvantage.
Yes, well, as an ex-soldier, you must realize the time to recognize an indefensible situation.
When it is better to come to an agreement with the enemy.
And minimize your losses.
And you believe that you could treat Livia properly?
I never promised that. However, your daughter will have a most devoted husband.
There's nothing more to discuss.
The pleasure will be all mine tomorrow, Gallus. As will Livia. I think that we have an understanding now. By the way, I have sent you a ring with the most exquisite beauty. If you show it to Portuaria, I'm sure it will provoke an amusing reaction. Until tomorrow, then. worry, Porcheria. Gallus's modesty shows only that he has the makings of a great man.
Oh, do you really think so?
Oh, yes. His lack of ceremony and unimpressive clothes shows only that he takes his job seriously.
Yes, I hadn't thought of that.
But of course, it is very fitting that you should look so radiant as his wife.
I hope so.
And but you do look radiant, Porcheria. And tomorrow will be the crowning occasion for you both.
Thank you, Clarence. I am looking forward to it. Are you coming yourself?
Oh, yes, you couldn't keep me away. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I'm especially looking forward to Gallus's announcements. You wouldn't know of anything he's going to say.
No, I don't question Gallus about his business affairs.
They're not really a woman's concern, are they?
As long as Gallus is well fed and has nice clothes.
Of course. Forgive me for mentioning, but I couldn't help noticing just now that exquisite mark on your thumb.
Mark? What? Mark? Oh, that, yes. Well, I've had it a long time.
Oh. Does it have any special significance?
It's a luck charm.
Oh, of course. It's just that one of my customers, he uses a mark. It's quite similar to it. But I'm sure I'm mistaken.
I think you must be mistaken. It's just a charm, that's all it is.
I wasn't wishing to suggest that you were marked up, like a piece of merchandise.
I just hope not.
Porcheria. I have a meeting to attend now. Until tomorrow then.
Until tomorrow, Clarence. Oh, Lydia, I do hope you'll be home later for dinner. Marcus! Oh, please do ensure that tonight's meal doesn't clash with any more of your urgent business appointments, please.
I'll try.
Yes, well, I expect you both want to be alone, so I'll not get in your way. See you both later.
You know, I love this place. You can just relax and take life easy.
I'm glad you feel relaxed. You and on the run.
Quiet, Marcus. You don't want everyone to hear, do you?
Listen, I've got some seriously disturbing news for you.
Disturbing.
You're in for a shock.
Proculus hasn't found you here, has he?
No, it's regarding your mother.
Oh, she hasn't got another outrageous threat, has she?
No, listen to me. I just overheard your father talking to Carus. Now it seems that Carus has some hold over your mother, and he's trying to make your father give you to him in return.
Me? What does Carus want with me?
He wants you, Olivia, for himself.
I would sooner be a whore to a washroom attendant slave.
Well, I'm sure, but we've got to do something to save your mother.
Oh, Carus wants me. This is too much. I only met him a couple of days ago. He was really quite affable.
Well, what do you expect from a blackmailer? Look, your mother is at risk. Now, they said something about a document. We've got to find out what Carus is up to. Anyway, I can't stay here like this. Supposing that I bump into Proculus.
Oh, he's usually gone by this time.
Well, someone else might recognise me.
But don't you find it kind of exciting being the guest of the magistrate's daughter in the most respectable bar of Ostia?
Exciting? We could both be arrested at any minute.
I know, but it's not the usual place that fugitives congregate, is it?
Well, I don't suppose I get a discount for being an escaped gladiator then.
Unlikely. They aim at more respectable clientele.
Well, aren't I respectable then?
Well, my mother wouldn't think so, but then she's such a snob where professions are concerned. It's not as if she's so highly born herself.
Do you see me as your plaything then? Plucked from the lower orders for your pleasure?
No, of course not. You are much more than that.
Won't people talk about you coming here with me?
Maybe, but they would never think that I would dare bring an escaped gladiator here. Anyways, this is the safest place you could be.
Well, I can't take up residence in a steam room.
No, but that's true. I'll introduce you to Proculus tomorrow.
Oh, what?
If my mother is being threatened, we need to sort out your situation if we're going to do anything about that Carus. Look, Proculus is my father's friend. He's not going to do anything to embarrass him when you're saying investure as magistrate. He may even be persuaded to give you your freedom. After all, to everyone that comes to our house, you're Marcus, not Decius.
Well, that's true, but it sounds like one hell of a risk.
Why are you called Decius?
I was given the name of Decius when I went to gladiator school in Londinium. My real name is Marcus.
I prefer Decius.
Do you really think that Proculus will be able to forget me as Decius?
Given time, I mean, he won't be happy. Yes, he probably wants some form of pretending it wasn't me who helped you escape.
You mean that I had simply turned up the Pelton's house as an old army?
Yes, why not?
I suppose it's a clause. But how am I supposed to know that Gallus was living here? I'm not from Ostia.
That's true. Oh, I know. Just tell Proculus that fate brought you back to your old army colony.
Oh, well, he might be superstitious, but he's not stupid. Look, you're going to have to think of something better than that.
Why don't you try and think of something? I want to relax. Would you do my back, please?
Look, supposing that I went to Proculus and explained to him that you freed me against my will, and that it would be better if I went back into the arena.
He would have me whipped.
Well, it sounds like a whipping that would be richly deserved.
That's not very grateful.
Look, you have freed a gladiator who you don't know, putting both you and him at risk, and you've no idea what to do with him.
I know what to do with him. It's just a case of where.
Well, that doesn't sound like a very well thought out strategy. Look, I cannot, on my honour, let you keep risking yourself for me.
Don't you find me attractive?
Yes,
And am I not desirable?
yes, of course.
And wouldn't you like to have me wherever you want to?
Lydia, you're very desirable. But I'm on the run, remember?
It's just a case of getting around Proculus.
Well, there is the little matter of your mother.
What about her?
Well, I'm sure she'll be delighted when she finds out I'm an ex-gladiator.
She'll get over it. My mother is just old-fashioned when it comes to what makes a suitable husband.
Well, it's not as if I have another trade that I can easily move over to.
Father said that you could read and write,
Well, yes, that's true.
so you could become a scribe.
Well, it's a possibility, I suppose.
Then it's settled.
Well, is it? Look, you're making plans for a future with someone you don't know at all.
No, but I am getting to know you.
Look at what you do now. You are from a prosperous, comfortable family. I haven't had a family since before I joined the army. You have led a life of comfort and leisure, whereas I have had a life of slavery and violence. My social life has revolved around rough and ready soldiers, whereas you have always mixed in sophisticated society. We are from different worlds, Livia.
But are we so different? You know, you stood up for what you believe in. Well, so have I. You know, the frivolous parties that my mother attends are full of some of those boring and shallow men you could ever hope to meet. I have stood up against falling into that world, and I have refused every single offer of marriage, no matter how rich or good-looking the suitor. That hasn't made me very popular, believe me.
Well, I would have thought a girl like you would appreciate the kind of lifestyle a rich man could offer.
A girl like me. You misjudge me, Marcus. I have no intention of being some plaything of a fat businessman or counsellor. I need a real man.
But you do live a very comfortable life.
Yes, and so can you if you want to take it.
Well, I must confess that it's tempting.
We're not so different, you and I. You know, I love the outdoors. I don't want to be cloistered in the middle of some town surrounded by frivolous socialites. We could get a little place by the sea and set up a farm or breed horses.
You really have thought about this.
Yes, do you know, I despair of finding the kind of man that I want in respectable society. I've always dreamed of doing something crazy like meeting a gladiator and eloping with him.
But you're not talking about eloping.
No, because it might just be possible to have him freed legally.
That would be ideal. But
It's
Proculus!
Don't worry, he's not going to recognise you in here.
I don't share your optimism. Look, just gonna go and see if anyone is coming in.
Fancy gone? Come and sit back by me. You know you can do my back again if you like. Oh, that's wonderful. Just a little lower. Oh, you've done this before, I can tell. You know there may even be a job here for you as a masseur. Do you needn't worry about Proculus. He thinks you're past your peak in any case. Oh, he knows you're so famous and all the girls fancy you. But people will soon want something new. And I don't think he'd mind you having me. I mean, you have served him well.
Huh?
You can serve me well now if you like. My very own little gladiator. You've gone very quiet. Most of the young men of Ostia would give anything to have me to do with as they please. You're quite lucky, really. If my father's pleased that we're together. Who was that? It wasn't Proculus, was it? You know he'd never expect to find us here.
Fine, do, Livia.
Proculus!
Came as you asked. What's up? You heard from Karis?
Yes, regrettably, it seems that what he has said really is fully provable. It's true. Pulcheria really is an escaped slave.
Holy Mercury, you mean that bastard actually owns your wife?
Yes! Well, legally speaking, yes.
Carlos, can you tell me if you think I should wear this dress?
Oh, she knows nothing of this. Just a minute, dear. I'm just talking to Proculus about tomorrow.
You're not going to give in to my Gallus?
No, no, no.
I'll kill him for you.
No, listen. He sent me a ring and it has a motif on it. The motif on the ring is also on Pulcheria's thigh, and you can bet that it will be on the document of ownership. But I have a plan and I will need your help.
Whatever you want.
Right. It's not known around the town that Decius has escaped.
I'm trying to keep it quiet for the moment, at least until that little tart that Freedom's been caught.
And you're still sure it was a woman who helped him? Right, well, just suppose for one moment that it was Livia.
Your daughter. Oh, come on. Livia would never do anything like that. Where was she hiding?
Oh, look, I know that Livia would never do a thing like that, but at the end of the day, if we could make Karis believe that it was Livia, and that she was under arrest and in jail, then he would know she is no longer obtainable, therefore they cannot be married.
Of course! That's brilliant! But he's not the document.
Yes, I know, but I just thought that, well, I could purchase the document. Without lust driving him, he might actually settle for a nominal sum.
So you want me to visit Karis tonight, do you?
If you think you can convince him.
I think I'll be able to do that, Gareth. Yeah. I might just have to ask her for some money to replace an escaped gladiator. Oh, that'll lead nicely on to talking about Livia.
Thank you, you have my eternal thanks.
Anything to oblige an old friend. Just make sure that Livia keeps out of Karis' sight.
Of course. She must be out of the way. The plan depends upon it. Come on, we haven't got time.
answer for that.
So my mother, who always acts the haughty lady, used to be someone else's property herself.
She still is. That's how Karis is blackmailing your father. He claims to be the new owner of your mother.
That's not possible.
He's managed it somehow. That explains about the document they were talking about at the baths.
How could he have done that?
Don't know. Listen, I've been thinking about how Karis could be blackmailing your father. We now know that the document is the key. We've got to get hold of it somehow. Supposing Karis could be convinced that you actually wanted him. Yuck! It's just to take him off guard so that he'd think he'd no longer need to claim ownership over your mother. Now, if I could find out where the document of ownership is located, or even trick him into selling it, your mother would be safe.
How would you pay for it?
Oh, I wouldn't. I'd arrange to meet him somewhere and then beat it out of him, giving him like bloody good pasting just for
That could work.
You've already passed yourself off as a gladiatrix and as a rich man's servant. Convincing Karis, knowing that he actually already wants you, should be easy.
But supposing he tries to take me on the spot?
I will call round and that will give you an opportunity to leave.
Supposing he's not sufficiently convinced by the time that you knock?
Well, you'll just have to make sure that he is. Look, I'll say it's an urgent business meeting, and provided Karis believes by then that he no longer needs your mother, it just might work.
Okay!